Hey guys, welcome back to another video. Today behind me, I have what might be the new hottest Buick SUV on the market, the all-new 2024 Buick Envista. So I just got done filming my side-by-side comparison between the Encore GX Sport Touring and this Envista Sport Touring. That's a very interesting video, very equal in terms of overall trim level and options and features, and the exterior color is the same. So make sure to check that video out after this one if you guys are curious about what the Encore GX has to offer versus the Envista, and vice versa, because believe it or not, the Envista actually has a couple features and options more than that of the more expensive Encore GX. So very interesting video. Make sure to check it out a little bit later. Now in this video, we're gonna do a little bit more detailed walk around tour of this Envista Sport Touring behind me for about $25,000, including destination. So without further ado, let's not waste your time and get right into it. So the Envista in front of us is finished in the Summit White exterior with the ebony blue accented leather interior. Now this one being a Sport Touring does get some of the unique sporty elements on the exterior as well as the inside to differentiate it from some of the other Envista trim levels, including the Preferred as well as the Top Avenir. So at the front end, you will get some of those unique design elements in form of the gloss black accents in terms of the grille, the ST badging, as well as the very bottom of the front bumper features the gloss black trim that wraps around the rest of the exterior of the vehicle as well. Now every Envista will feature full LED lighting at the front end with your LED daytime running lights and turn signals in that upper housing and the LED projector headlights a little bit farther down on the front bumper. You have some bright chrome accents on the corners or sides of the grille to help differentiate some of the design elements here at the front end. Silver trim at the middle of the front bumper, and then you have the new Buick logo, which is the split tri-shield design, which is much different from the old logo that features the circle with the three shields in the center. Now coming around to the side of this particular vehicle, once again being the ST, it does feature the gloss black trim. This looks very stunning here on the Summit White exterior because it does contrast quite a lot and really gives it a sporty dynamic edge to the overall design. Coming to the wheels and tires, these are going to be the standard Sport Touring wheels that are 18-inch in size, finished in the gloss black multi-spoke design. 225, 55, 18-inch Goodyear Assurance all-season tires, so pretty high quality all-season at that. Now 19-inch wheels are available as part of certain option packages on this particular trim level. You have the amber side marker there in the gloss black trim, as well as one out back in the finished in red. Gloss black mirrors with LED turn signal integration. They do not have any cameras or puddle lights on the bottom. They are going to be heated and do not feature blind spot detection. However, that is going to be the option depending on the package that you do choose. No proximity entry on the body color door handles, but you can see coming around to the side of the vehicle that you do have a lot of gloss black trim as far as the window trim goes, the B and C pillar trim, as well as of course all along the bottom of the door panels and around the wheel arches themselves is all finished in gloss black. So if you're a fan of gloss black and want a high contrast vehicle, then the white on black theme is definitely the way to go for the Envista lineup. Now out back, you will feature partial LED lighting as well with the tail lights and turn signals up top, and I believe these are going to be your incandescent reverse lights in that portion right there. Now coming to the rear bumper, this is going to feature more of that silver accented trim to match the front end design. No visible exhaust tips, but you do have a lot of the gloss black trim around the license plate and the entire kind of lower half of the front bumper. You do have reflectors on the sides for safety when the vehicle is parked on the side of the road. There's your Envista badging, the Buick emblem, as well as the ST over here on the passenger side. Now one element you might notice already is that there is no rear wiper on this particular vehicle. So none of the Envistas will feature the rear wiper just because of the overall slope, but it does have the integrated defroster function. So hopefully that will help melt snow and ice off the backside. And you do have your third brake light up there and kind of the small gloss black spoiler with your body color shark fin antenna up top. So yeah, that's a quick look at the exterior of the Envista. Let's go ahead and take a look at the window sticker so you guys know exactly how this one is equipped, and then we'll jump onto the inside. So taking a quick look at the window sticker, this is a base Sport Touring trim, which means it comes with everything that the Sport Touring has to offer with no additional options, accessories, packaging, extra cost paint colors, or anything like that. So it is the cheapest Sport Touring you can get in the Envista lineup, which comes in at $25,195, including destination. Now taking a look on the interior of this Envista ST, once again it has the ebony blue accented leather interior. Starting out here on the driver's side door panel, you will find a hard touch textured plastic upper, but a nice large padded center section right here with some of the blue accent stitching. Some nice darker silver trim that runs across into the dashboard. Chrome accented door handle pull. Power windows, mirrors, and locks with none of the windows being fully automatic, so that is a little bit unfortunate, but some of the windows are going to be automatic down at least, so they are partially automatic, and a good amount of lower door storage for an integrated bottle holder and a few other items. Now coming to the driver's seat, this is going to be a 6-way manual driver's seat, but a power driver's seat is available. There's some of that blue accent piping and stitching on the black leather, as well as the ST for here on the headrest, which is typical for many Buick models out there. They do emboss that in the headrest. And of course, there is a quick look at the dashboard. Now here on the inside of the Envista ST, this is going to be very similar to some of the other recent GM models, including the refreshed 2024 Encore GX, as well as the sister vehicle to this, the Chevy Trax. Now in front of the driver, you're going to find a fully digital 8-inch gauge cluster, which is customizable and controlled here on the right side of the steering wheel. Holding down the center scroll wheel for just a few seconds will pull up the overall layouts available to configure. So this is gauge 2. Gives you a digital tachometer as well as your digital speed readout, among a few other items. Below that, you can pull up some of the vehicle information, the infotainment settings, and you can even change it to just pretty much having the digital speed readout via that clean setting. So overall, there is a lot of customization you can have in this vehicle, and it is extremely nice for a vehicle in the mid $20,000 price point. Coming to the steering wheel, this is going to be a leather-wrapped steering wheel with black accent stitching, and it is a flat bottom design. Gives you a little bit more room underneath the steering wheel, as well as a little bit more on the sporty vibe, given this is the Sport Touring trim. On the left side, you have your regular cruise control as well as your gap setting for the forward collision avoidance assist. Adaptive cruise control is going to be available as a separate option. You have the new Buick logo here on the airbag, as well as your audio multimedia and gauge cluster controls here on the right side. On the back, you do have the volume and tune for the infotainment system itself. Automatic high beam assist here on the left side, regular wiper stalk here on the right. To the left of the steering wheel, you have your automatic headlight controls as well as your gauge dimming. Some nice chrome accents and gloss black on the vents, as well as a nice blue accent stitched dashboard, which is actually soft touch and runs across at least half of the dashboard into the passenger side itself. Now coming to the infotainment system, this is going to be the standard 11-inch system with wireless Android Auto, wireless Apple CarPlay, built-in Wi-Fi hotspot, Sirius XM, AM, FM, USB, Bluetooth inputs, the whole 9 yards. And overall, this is a very similar system found in some of the other recent GM vehicles, just with Buick's own design theme laid on top of it. On the left side, you have all of your shortcut buttons with your audio, phone, some of your vehicle settings, which you do control here on the screen itself, including the traction control system, as you can see right there. You have your vehicle page, maintenance, trip information, all of that you view, as well as a dedicated home button. As a whole, very easy to use. I do have a dedicated video going over the system in a 2024 Chevy Trax, which should be overall the same control. So make sure to check that out if you guys are curious. But overall, huge upgrade and a very large screen for a vehicle in the subcompact class. You have a dedicated volume and power knob here on the left side, 2 AC vents in the middle, single zone automatic climate control, again a feature you don't typically see in this price point, but this vehicle does have it. USB-A and USB-C data ports, 12-volt outlet, a little bit of additional storage space, no wireless charging pad in this particular vehicle. In front of the shifter, you do have your engine stop start on off, lane keeping assist button. There's your shift knob with a silver and gloss black accents, so that is a little bit unique. It is a fairly large shift knob at that, with your manual shift controls here on the left and right hand side. Silver accent trim into the electronic parking brake, standard proximity key fob for this segment and other Buick SUVs, so nothing new there. A little bit of additional storage space back here, soft touch padded armrest with black accent stitching. Inside you'll find a good amount of additional storage space, but no ports or lights inside. Up top you do have a black textured headliner with black plastic trim. There's your incandescent vanity illumination, manual dimming interior rearview mirror, OnStar passenger airbag, overhead incandescent lighting, and this one does not have the available and optional power sunroof, so just a standard black headliner. But as a whole, very nice front seat here on the Envista ST for about $25,000. Let's go ahead and take a quick look at the back. In the back of the Envista ST, some of the materials will carry through from the front. So here on the door panel, this small section right here is going to be the same padded material with the blue accent stitching, but outside of that, just going to be textured black hard touch plastic, chrome door handle pull, a good amount of lower door storage, which is typically not something you see in every subcompact SUV. Seating materials are going to be the same as the front. And stepping height is going to be fairly easy given the overall ride height, but the overall sloping roofline does impede on the ingress and egress just a little bit. Now there's a quick look at the front dashboard. Out back in terms of amenities, you do have standard USB ports for charging, so one USB-A, one USB-C. There's a larger center cubby, so you can put a phone or other small device in there. Map pockets only on the passenger front seat, so none on the driver's side. No center armrest either. The seats do fold down 40-60 split. Headrests do fold down via this button on the side, so do have a little bit better visibility out the back, and there is a light for rear seat occupants as well. But overall amenities are going to be slim, but again, not to be expected for a vehicle in the mid $20,000 price point. Overall legroom is going to be fantastic in this vehicle. Behind my rough driving position, I have easily 3 or 4 inches. Footroom is very good as well. The only downside is going to be the overall available headroom, which you can see I have about 1 inch to the headroom, which is not bad given the overall, roof line does slope down quite a bit. But that is the only slight downfall of this vehicle. If you are over about 6 feet tall, you might start to have headroom issues in the second row, but really not too bad and very spacious here in the back seat. Now taking a look at the cargo capacity behind the second row, this one does not have the optional power liftgate, but that is going to be available. You do have a good amount of storage capacity behind the second row in terms of the overall depth, but the only dimension that will be slightly limited is the overall height to the glass, because this does have the more sloping sportback design. On the left side, you do have an integrated incandescent light, good amount of storage space in that cubby. On the right side, you do have a cutout, but no cubby that goes down. Beneath the floor, you will find the integrated spare tire as well as a lot of additional storage space. So if there's any items you want to put beneath the floor, chances are you can fit it in the Envista. And overall, it does have the integrated function where you can keep that propped up for better ingress and egress to your spare tire or any other items you do keep beneath the floor. So that is one of the other features that I really do like. And overall, there is a good amount of storage space. Just keep in mind the height might be a little bit limited due to the overall roof line. Now wrapping up here on the passenger front seat, all the materials are going to be the same as the driver's side. Now you do only have a 4-way manual passenger seat, so no height adjustment, but again, that is okay for this segment and price point. And there's a better look at the soft touch padded dashboard with the blue accent stitching here. This is all the same materials that is found on the door panels. So overall, a very nice touch there. Damped glove box, it does not have any illumination, and overall is a fairly large size with tons of room on the inside there. So that's a quick look at the Envista ST. Let's go ahead and pop the hood, see what powers this particular vehicle, and then we'll go ahead and wrap up this video. So under the hood of every Envista, you're going to find the exact same powertrain. That is a 1.2 liter turbocharged 3-cylinder, which puts out 137 horsepower and 162 pound-feet of torque through the front wheels only, and a 6-speed automatic transmission. So as a whole, every Envista is going to come with the exact same powertrain and drivetrain configuration, no matter if you get the base preferred, the ST, or the top Avenir. So that's going to do it for my quick walk-around tour of the all-new 2024 Buick Envista ST or Sport Touring. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and or found something helpful. If you did, make sure to hit that like button below. Greatly helps out the channel in these videos. Subscribe if you guys are not already subscribed, and stay tuned and check out my other video and side-by-side comparison of the Envista versus the Encore GX. There's a lot of useful information in that video. It took quite a lot of time to film, so I'd greatly appreciate you guys checking that video out and overall letting me know your thoughts between the two models, because again, they compete in the same subcompact class of vehicle, but there are pros and cons to each of them. So let me know your thoughts on that video when you check it out. But overall, my quick opinions here on this Envista Sport Touring is that, well, it offers tremendous bang for the buck. This is going to be an insanely popular vehicle for Buick. I've actually, believe it or not, already seen, I would say, at least 5 of these out on the roadway driving around, and overall they're only going to grow in popularity, very similar to that of the all-new Chevy Trax, which is the platform mate or the equivalent in the Chevy lineup to this vehicle. Now between this and the Chevy Trax, there are going to be some key differences. Overall, the body design, there are some more features available in the top Avenir trim of the Envista, which cannot be equipped on that of the Chevy Trax, including the power liftgate, among a few other items. So as a whole, there are some advantages to go with the Buick version, but as a whole, you really can't go wrong with either the Chevy Trax or the Buick Envista. And really, for the mid to upper $20,000 price point, I can't think of another vehicle on the market currently that offers a similar value proposition to either of these two vehicles. So really, if you're looking at a subcompact in a very affordable price point with all of the amenities and features that one could ask for in this price point, then really the Trax or the Envista is definitely going to be the way to go. And I would highly recommend looking at either one, depending if you like the styling of one or you like maybe the slightly less price point of the Chevy Trax. Can't go wrong with either one. I will say the Buick is probably just a little bit nicer in terms of features and materials than that of the Chevy Trax. So like I said, let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Which trim of the Envista would you choose if you guys were in the market for one or are currently shopping for one? Don't forget to check out that side-by-side comparison of the Encore GX versus the Envista. And as always, I appreciate the support and hope to see you guys in the next one.